does what?
All right. Who was here last week at Halloween Hangover? All right. We had the Monsters Bash Battle Royal, ladies and gentlemen.
Now I can hear you.
We had the crazy, yes, we had
ladies
the
and gentlemen,
crazy
welcome
ending, but
to
of course,
another episode of Adrenaline. Welcome, IZW. It's going to be a tremendous night.
Bad
Brad Michaels has been stripped of the
Championship.
IZW Championship, and we're going to find out all kinds of things in regards to that.
That's right. He is stripped, ladies and gentlemen. But we also had some other title changes of the night. We have the Bronze Bull. Aaron Neal is your new Impact Division champion. That was supposed to be Double D, right? Where's the Force at? All right. And then we've got new tag team champions, ladies and gentlemen. The KC Wolves are no longer our champions. But they are Damian Morte and Bobby Starr, Nemesis. They are our tag team champions. Yeah, we all want what wrestling should be, right? Jordan Jacobs and Jermaine Johnson. And then, of course, still the queen of IZW, Erica!
Thank you, Erica!
And do not forget, at Halloween Hangover, the Butterscotch Stallion Mark Wilson made a huge announcement. At Chaotic Christmas, there will be the Impact Chamber. Yep, the big cage, four-side steel cage will be up here at Chaotic Christmas for the IZW Championship, ladies and gentlemen. Yep. Well, right now there is no champion. It is stripped. It is already stripped. Bad Brad Michaels is not the IZW champion, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank goodness.
Yes. You guys want Johnny Z to be your champion?
That's me, Johnny Z, all the way.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's start tonight's show.
No.
Highest mountain to climb here. It doesn't look good for Johnny Z, but he's made it this far, and he's still alive. Windsor now in the Impact Arena. It's Kevin Morgan! Welcome back. The numbers just got real even. Morgan eliminates Darkness. Morgan eliminates Langley. Graham Bell is out. Every man for himself. Well, I guess so. Convict eliminated, but Convict landed on his feet. Kevin Morgan just eliminated himself. We need to get him to the back because the hell's going to tell him that. He caught Windsor. Michael is eliminated! We got a new champ for sure! We'll get a new champ, one way or another! Who's it gonna be? Seal Old Bridge! Windsor up! All he has to do is knock Windsor down! Windsor staggers! Savasi! Oh, Windsor! Windsor still out! They found Johnny Z! 4! He did it! Champ! He made it all the way from spot number 1! What's Brad Michaels done? Saying Michaels wasn't eliminated! No! No! Referees! Johnny Z eliminating Bad Brad Michaels. Did not see it. Your winner of the Monsters Bash and new IZW champion. There's no instant replay, so the winner and still your IZW champion, Bad Brad Michaels. IZW world just watched me throw your ass over the top rope, you loser. I'll see you in the Impact Chamber, you son of a bitch.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your weekly dose of adrenaline. Welcome to IZW. And as you saw in the video package before our opening credits, it was the most controversial ending to a Monsters Bash Battle Royal in the history of IZW. We thought at one moment Johnny Z had become a 4-time IZW champion. Then it appeared that Bad Brad Michaels was going to be allowed to keep the IZW championship. Well, if you tuned in on social media earlier this week, you see the announcement. It is official. Bad Brad Michaels has been stripped of the IZW championship. There is no IZW champion at this point, but come Chaotic Christmas, one man will leave the Impact Chamber as the new IZW champion. And tonight, well, I understand that Bad Brad Michaels is in an outraged state, and I suspect he's going to be out here to have some words for the IZW world about the fact that he no longer has that precious championship around his waist. But I don't think we're going to start with Mr. Michaels. It looks to me like we're going to have the owner of IZW on his way. The man we thought had once again secured the IZW championship, the natural-born leader, Johnny Z.
Ladies and gentlemen, the owner, the founder, the natural-born leader, Johnny Z.
Quite honestly, everybody saw what happened. Johnny Z eliminated Bad Brad Michaels, but the referee was preoccupied with the outside issues between Convict and Kevin Morgan. Therefore, they did not see the elimination. And when Johnny Z knocked Damon Windsor off the edge of the ring apron after having thrown him over the top, Johnny Z should have been declared victorious. But Bad Brad Michaels stuck back in the ring, where the referees then turned their attention to the ring to see Michaels throw Johnny Z over the top and called the ending as they saw it. And Co-Commissioner Sean McHale said there's no instant replay, so Johnny Z was not allowed to keep the title, but there was some executive board decisions or something of that nature. I'm not involved that high up in IZW management. I saw the same thing you did on Facebook and on Twitter this week. As of about Friday afternoon, Bad Brad Michaels stripped of the IZW championship, and the smile on Johnny Z's face says it all down.
How's everyone doing tonight? You think Halloween hangover was fun last week? Huh? Well, then Chaotic Christmas is going to be a whole lot better. Like 10 times better. Because we found out last week that even though I didn't get the result I desired in the Monsters Bash, we did find out that there's going to be an Impact Chamber at Chaotic Christmas for the IZW Championship. Yeah, and in that Impact Chamber, there are going to be 10 men, Brad Michaels, and I am one of them. You know, we didn't know that Brad Michaels was going to get stripped of the IZW Championship this week either, but it happened. Now there's no champion going in to Chaotic Christmas in the Impact Chamber. And so with that, you know what, Mark Wilson, I've learned through you, personally, my friend, my Santa Claus, if you will, this Christmas season. Can I get a number one? Huh? What? You're lucky they even like you. No. We found out about one more gift, folks. And this is the biggest gift of all for Chaotic Christmas, at least for me.
Johnny Z was about to give us some sort of indication of
This
some
is supposed to be my show.
Some new decision, I guess, maybe coming from Mark Wilson, but it appears that the KC Wolves now stand at the top of the ramp, and I think it's going to be an assemblage of the future Hall of Famers as a whole. There is the facilitator, Damon Windsor, and now we can say the former IZW champion, Bad Brad Michaels, looking rather dapper, but missing an ornament that oftentimes held up his pants.
Hey, Brad, I was just about to get to you.
Hey, don't you worry about me, because I've got something to say. Far be it from me, John.
Oh, trust me, we know you've always got something to say.
So why don't you shut up and listen to what I have to say?
Can you hear these people?
IZW World acknowledging what was revealed again this week on social media.
I think they're reminding you that you're no longer the IZW champion, loser.
We'll get to the IZW Championship in just a minute, Johnny Z. But first, far be it from me to come out here and steal your thunder for your big announcement. But you know what, as a matter of fact, that's exactly why I'm here. Chaotic Christmas. The Impact Chamber returns. The IZW Championship, which still rightfully belongs to me, is on the line.
I don't know, IZW World, do you think that the IZW Championship rightfully belongs to Brad Michaels? Or are we all in unanimous agreement that I should be the IZW champion?
Hey, that's nice, John. It's nice that you think that. It's nice that Mark Wilson thinks that. It's nice that the IZW World thinks that. But what's important is that the referee raised my hand. But again, we'll get back to that. You see, you're never happy, are you? You're never happy. You have me wrongfully stripped of the IZW Championship that I won. But that's not enough. And we're going to come back to that because right now, the reason the real number one is not here tonight is he's in court. We've got all kinds of evidence to show why I am still the IZW champion, John. We have video evidence of the referee signaling your elimination from the Monsters Bash, John.
You know what, Brad? Why don't you stop going through the courts? Why don't you stop being a big sissy and trying to get injunctions issued by judges and just worry about next month, December 26th, when they put up these 10-foot steel cage around this ring.
Why,
and
John?
I take back my IZW championship.
Why, John? Why do I have to go to the courts? Because when I'm playing in your sandbox, there's not a whole lot more I can do about it. You've got Mark Wilson in your pocket, and now you've got
Sean McHale in yours.
Yeah, and that's why he's working tonight. That's why he's showing the video footage of you being eliminated from the Monsters Bash. There's no footage of the referee signaling my elimination.
That's the past. Let's talk about the Impact Chamber.
Oh, you want to talk about the future? That's real nice because that's what we're all about, is the future. You want to talk about Chaotic Christmas? You want to talk about the Impact Chamber? You want to talk about the IZW Championship in 10 men? That's what I'm here for, to talk about your big announcement. You already told these people that you were one of the men in the Impact Chamber. What you didn't tell them is that another man in the Impact Chamber is Brad Michaels. Yeah. Hey, but that wasn't good enough. You stripped the IZW Championship from me, and then you put me in a match to try and win my championship back? But no, that's not enough. I found out earlier today that you put...
Hey, listen, this is the best part. This is the best part.
Yeah, this is where I'm here to steal your thunder. I found out earlier today that you and your friend Mark Wilson there put Brad Michaels, the rightful IZW champion, the rightful IZW Hall of Famer, as the #1 entrant in the Impact Chamber. But wait, there's more. That wasn't enough for you either.
There's more. Listen to this part. So not only is he the #1 entrant.
Shut up! Shut up! I have never met a more miserable son of a bitch in all my life. You are never happy. It's not enough that you strip me of the championship, put me in a match to win it back, put me #1 in the Impact Chamber. No, that's not enough to make you happy. You had to go one step further. I'm real curious how you convinced Mark Wilson to do this, but we won't talk about that here on live TV. Yeah, it's not enough. Who's the second entrant in the Impact Chamber at Chaotic Christmas? Johnny Z!
That's right, I'm the second entrant in the Impact Chamber. And what does that mean, Brad Michaels?
What that means is 5 minutes. Brad Michaels and Johnny Z inside 15 foot of cold hard steel, alone. You know, John,
that means I'm gonna kick your ass for 5 minutes is what it means.
You know what, you might, and that's okay because I've had my ass kicked by bigger and better than you. 5 minutes alone in the Impact Chamber sounds kind of lonely. Sounds like it could be miserable. Sounds like it could be
kind of like as lonely as you are without the IZW Championship. I guess you know what it feels like to be alone, Brad Michaels.
That's okay, John. I've got to wonder, do you know what it's like to be alone? You want to be alone in the chamber with bad Brad Michaels? Okay, that's the future. But what about tonight? I wonder if you know what it's like to feel alone, John. Because I looked around in the back. I looked all over the locker room. And your friends. What wrestling should be? Jermaine Johnson. Jordan Jacobs. Your old buddy Double D. They haven't made it here to the building tonight. I know they kind of like to travel together and they aren't here. That's a shame. So 5 minutes alone with no friends, no backup, sounds real miserable. Real miserable. I want to explain that to you face to face.
I don't like this at all. Johnny Z, Mark Wilson in the ring. The future Hall of Famers now moving in to surround the ring. And what Mr. Michaels says, at least to my knowledge, is indeed true. I did not see what wrestling should be or Double D in the back. And right now, the KC Wolves living up to their name like a pack of wolves, jumping in all over Mark Wilson, while Michaels and Windsor are taking down the natural born leader. And it is a numbers advantage. This is something that Johnny Z is used to be on the opposite side of, and now he is receiving the beating from the future Hall of Famers. Mark Wilson eliminated out of the ring, and now it's 4-on-1 against Johnny Z. Come on. Johnny Z is simply out here to make announcements about what was going to happen at Chaotic Christmas. He's not here to fight. He was here to let the fans know about the forthcoming Impact Chamber match, and Brad Michaels orchestrating chaos, as he often does. Now the Wolves holding Z as the facilitator unleashes some fists right into the chin and the face of Johnny Z. And Michaels now moving in, now squaring up, and now Michaels going to carry out some punishment as well. Michaels looking to measure up Johnny Z, perhaps looking to look for the super kick as Langley hoists Z up. There it is! Oh my God, right to the face. Johnny Z is out. Johnny Z is down in the corner. Johnny Z is down and out. There's nobody in the back that can help here. The IZW world letting Brad Michaels know how they feel about him. And yeah, Brad Michaels is a real brave man when there's 3 other people there to watch his back. Michaels now using that tie to choke out Johnny Z. As the Wolves indicate that Damon Windsor wants to get a little bit more punishment in. Windsor now. Windsor, the former student of Johnny Z, the loyal former member of Impact Inc., the man who stood by Johnny Z's side for so long. Hey, picks Z up and drops him with a choke slam in the middle of the ring. And again, Johnny Z has got to be unconscious at this point. There's no fight left in him. But it seems like the future Hall of Famers are not content with this. Now, Michaels and Langley moving over on Mark Wilson on a follow marker. Now, Brad Michaels, now as if he needs to do this. Brad Michaels introducing a chair to the mix. Michaels measuring with that chair and driving it right into the spine of Johnny Z. And somehow Z is still trying to fight back, but come on. Michaels down with that chair across the ankle. Now, oh, come on. Don't do this. Do not do this. This will get... There's Double D. Double D here. Jordan Jacobs here. Jermaine Johnson in as well. I like the cockroaches they are. The future Hall of Famers scattered out of the ring. But the damage may already have been done. Absolutely disgusting behavior on the part of the future Hall of Famers as they now look on to a fallen Johnny Z, now surrounded by what wrestling should be by Double D. Mark Wilson making his way back into the ring. Johnny Z down. Johnny Z has not managed to get to his feet. The Hall of Famers still sensing the blood in the water here. Very reluctant to step in when the odds are even or even close to not being in their favor. Double D saying, come on, we're ready for you. Mark Wilson's ready for him as well. Somebody needs to make a decision here. Are you going to go in and fight, or are you going to walk away? A lot of words being exchanged back and forth between these two groups. We now know Brad Michaels, the first entrant into the Impact Chamber match on December 26th at Chaotic Christmas. Johnny Z number 2. It'll be 5 minutes of hell for one of those two men. And I think I know who the IZW world wants to see suffer the most there. Thankfully, Johnny Z able to show movement, but tried to get up to his feet. Not able to do so yet. Now going to be helped up, I think, by his friends there. Yes, there's been some issues between some of these men. Johnny Z and Double D certainly have had issues in the past. Z and Jermaine as well. But there's a lot of respect that's come through those battles that they have had. Z can definitely count all 4 men in the ring as his friends. And he absolutely has the support 100% from the IZW world here. Johnny Z knows come December 26th, he'll get some revenge for this. And Z now back up to his feet. But has the damage been done? Has there been anything permanent done? Johnny Z making his way out of the ring here now, on the way to the back, hopefully to get checked out by our med techs in the back there. I guess this is the era that we have to expect now from Brad Michaels, the future Hall of Famers. If anybody knows how to fight these tactics, it's going to be that man. Fans, we're going to step aside for a break. We'll be back in just a few moments with more action.
videos, and your face action every Saturday night. Tickets pay $11 and $8 for $6 for ages 10. Like us at Facebook.com/IZW Adrenaline. The best way to experience IZW every Saturday night. The Impact Arena tonight.
It's the season for giving, and with Impact Date's Christmas special, 2 lucky winners will each receive $500 in tattoo work. From now until Christmas Eve, any tattoo will give you an entry, and any tattoo after that will give you another entry. The more entries you have, the more chances you have to win. The winners will be announced the evening of Christmas Eve. Walk-ins are open. Call 699-7530 to set up an appointment. Take advantage of this year's Christmas special with a gift you can wear forever at Impact Date Tattoo Studio.
Looking for the perfect gift at an unbeatable price? Look no further than Maverick Pond. Walk into our winter wonderland and you'll find great deals all over, like our iPad, Android, and Windows tablets. Or how about a laptop from HP, Dell, Asus, and more? TVs, beats, headphones, Blu-rays, surround sounds all around the store. Right now, when you purchase an Xbox 360 or PS3, you get a game of your choice free. Come on in and find that perfect piece of jewelry for that special lady. Or how about that tool your guy needs from Richard, DeWalt, Snap-on, or Milwaukee? With just 20% down, anything can be put on layaway. Or if you just need some Christmas cash, we can help with that too. Great deal, that's cash. It's Maverick Pond, 357-4911.
You know, by now, you'd think that pieces of garbage like the future Hall of Famers would learn that Double D and the Force we don't like. As a matter of fact, we hate the 4-on-1 style gang attacks. Damon, Windsor, you want to beat up on somebody? Well, tonight, you've got me. And you should know by now that when you've got Double D, oh yeah, you've got to take on the Force. You've got to take on all of us. And I may have lost my Impact Division Championship, but you can bet your ass I'm gonna make an impact all over you tonight.
Well, Double D promising to make an impact, targeting Damon Windsor tonight. Very angry Double D having lost that Impact Division title. We'll have more to say about that in their match later tonight, but coming to the ring right now, an individual who came very, very close last week to capturing the Queen's crown, and perhaps tonight will be the opportunity that she finally needs to put that crown upon her head. Last week we saw Skyler Slice and Paige Turner both challenge Erica for that Queen's Crown Championship. Erica was victorious in this match, but as I pointed out last week, Erica pinned Paige Turner. She was not able to get a pin on Skyler Slice. Tonight they will be one-on-one, and ever since Skyler Slice has entered here into IZW, she has been the most physically dominant competitor that Erica has ever had to face. And this will be the toughest challenge that Erica has for that Queen's Crown Championship. Skyler Slice in the ring tonight. We now await the arrival of the Queen of IZW. Proudly standing atop there as she points to that prestigious and beautiful crown, signifying she is the best female competitor here in IZW. And that is the top of a very select group of people who have come through that curtain and have made their way here into IZW to compete in the Queen's Division. Erica, a 5-time IZW queen. Her name is synonymous with that division and synonymous with that crown. Will she once again be, and Skyler Slice not even going to win. Skyler Slice! Skyler Slice calling for the bell before Adrenaline Storm can even make the introductions. And my understanding is that this match is for the Queen's Championship. I mean, Adrenaline was not able to get that out there, but since she was in the ring,
ladies and gentlemen, this is for the Queen's Crown.
There we go. There's official right now. Adrenaline Storm saying this match is for the Queen's Crown. And Skyler Slice wasting no time, showing no mercy, going straight for that Queen's Crown, and going straight for Erica from behind. Now just stepping right on the neck of Erica, right across that bottom rope. You know, it was 2 weeks ago as Skyler Slice had a one-on-one match with Erica. She was victorious that night. And a lot of people thought that she had built the proper momentum to go into Halloween Hangover and to capture the Queen's Crown there. It didn't work out for her that night. And it was 3 weeks ago that Slice and Erica, along again with Paige Turner, faced each other in a triple threat over the top rope challenge, and Skyler Slice was victorious there as well. This woman seems to be basically unstoppable here in IZW. The only thing she has left to do is wrest that crown away from Erica, but so far, one way or another, Erica has been able to come up with victories. Can she do it again tonight? As she ducks out of the corner, comes over the top, sunset flip, and so close there. 2.5 by Erica. Erica not stopping, not letting go. Hurricane Rana takes Slice over. No! And a well-placed kick to the back, followed up by a drop kick to the face. Erica down again for the pin. Hooks up that tree trunk leg. Still is not able to keep Skyler Slice down. Well, fans, this is the type of action that we see each and every week here in the Impact Arena. And while I appreciate you tuning in to watch our broadcast online, it's nothing like being here to see these ladies compete live. Oh! As Slice rams the bottom of the back, the lower back of the champion into the top turnbuckle. And now mocks the IZW world as again showing this power as she does this with such ease. It's not an exertion, it's not a struggle for her. She's walking around with a woman over her shoulders. She's holding her up by one hand. What is she going to do? She's going to, well, she's hit 3 corners so far. Just 1 corner left. And Erica's looking a little, not even going to bother with that corner. Just going to dump her down in the middle of the ring. She probably should, well, now you're not going to pin the champion that way. I don't care how many times you ram her into the corner there. Erica's not just going to lie there and let you put a foot on her and pin her. She's a fighter. She will continue to fight for that championship as long as there is breath in her body. Skyler Slice now circling her prey, looking for the opening as Erica attempts to find a weak spot in Skyler Slice, but that's exactly been the problem the whole time. There doesn't seem to be much of a weakness. If there is a weakness here, I can verify that Slice has not completed 1 full year of competition yet. That is really the only advantage that Erica has over Slice. It's an experience advantage. Aside from that, size, power, as demonstrated right there, viciousness, they all have to be logged in the corner of Skyler Slice. Slice now kicking at the midsection, now rolling the champion over once again, going for a pin one more time, and again. I think Slice is showing a bit of that inexperience there. She's not following up quickly on the pin. That confidence is keeping her from really pressing in the advantage that she started off with here. There's a powerful whip into the corner by Slice. She backs up, goes in, and Erica able to get an elbow up into the face. Erica again with the feet. Erica keeping Slice out of the corner. Erica with a diving elbow from the second rope. Erica rolls over, hooks the pin. yet to find what it is that's going to keep Slice down and keep this championship in her grasp. The thing she does not want to do is go toe-to-toe and try to fight Skyler, as she kind of started to do right there. She needs to use her knowledge. She needs to out-wrestle Skyler. She needs to keep some distance, and she certainly doesn't need to be put into moves like that. Tilt-a-whirl backbreaker around that already injured back that Slice has been targeting for it most of this match. As she perhaps prepares to do something, but she's going to put her up right now. Going to go for the back slice. She's got her positioned. She's going to drop her. And now she's just executing a back breaker. Stretching out that spine, trying to apply pressure. Torture rack style move. And now dumping her face down across that top turnbuckle in order to dish out just a little more punishment to the exposed back. And if you've ever had a back injury, if you've ever suffered any type of affliction with the back, you know that every little movement hurts if your spine and your back are injured. Erica has got to move in order to compete here, but every movement is causing pain to shoot right up her body. Slice now backing Erica into the ropes, Irish whip. Oh, and Erica slides into home. Erica putting Slice down face first, again going for the pin. And I know she wants to get Slice down, I know she wants to get this taken care of, but I think she's going to have to put together a few moves more than she's doing right now. Nice! Dropping the leg, putting the whole body weight down and driving Slice's face down, but that's still not enough to make Slice immobilized. And now Erica turning to that amateur wrestling background, that knowledge that she has so well, she ingrained into her, tying Slice up to a front chancery here, trying to cut off the oxygen, trying to force perhaps a submission out of Slice, but Slice bridges back. And it almost came to a pinning situation on Erica right there. Slice, oh wow! Slice levels Erica. Slice knocked Erica down, cutting her down like a chainsaw through a tree. I think Slice is ready to put the final movement on here as she hooks Erica over. That was the proper application of the oh, she got it there. She got it. Erica did it.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner and still the queen of IZW, Erica.
Erica came in. Erica was dominant. Oh, wow. And Skyler Slice not content with this at all. Erica finally found a way to put Slice down and get the pin on her. And Skyler Slice is not content with this. Slice hoisting Erica up and drops with the back slice. An irate Skyler Slice taking vengeance on the champion, but that goes in the record book a successful title victory and defend. What's going on here? Skyler Slice is dropped. And Slice not. Referee's trying to tell her it's over. Slice not content with that. Slice knocked down Rotten Justice. We need somebody to get this woman under control. She's assaulting a referee. That's going to cost her a bunch of money. But she continues to pound on Martin Justice. Slice destroying everybody in her sight. Slice now. Somebody get this woman under control. We have any way to get her out of the ring? Slice saying she's the only one standing up now. And I guess that's basically true. She's eliminated the champion. She's not taken out the referee. Skyler Slice destroying anybody in her path. I'm glad I'm up here within the confines of the broadcast booth. I certainly do not want to be anywhere near Skyler Slice right now. And referee Nathaniel Maverick trying to come out to assist the situation. And no. Just get away. Get back. No. Keep it away from me. Bad enough with convicts out here. I don't want to have a deal with her as well. Not a licensed competitor. Keep the action going on in the ring. Daniel Maverick and Annalyn Storm checking on Martin Justice there. Erica trying to move out of the ring, trying to get herself together. She's the winner, folks, but she doesn't really look tremendously victorious right now, I gotta say. Skyler Slice, man, that woman is dangerous. That woman scares me. I think we're gonna get both of these people into the back. And fans, we're gonna go to the back. I think we got What Wrestling Should Be standing by. Let's go hear what they have to say right now.
You know, Jordan, I'm mad because earlier tonight, the future Hall of Famers attacked Johnny Z 4-on-1. And I'm mad because one of us didn't win the Monsters Bash in the IZW Championship. And I'm mad because Nemesis used their mist in your face and ended up winning the tag team championship. So you know what you do when you're upset? You find ways to not be upset anymore. And I think the best way for us to do that tonight is to punch Luke Langley and to punch Graham Bell right in their dirty faces. How you feel about that, Jordan?
No, I feel good, but it reminds me, I think that since you and I got back together, I don't think that we've had the same killer instinct that we used to have, right? Because what did we used to do? We used to put people in the graveyard, right?
Yeah.
I say we bring the graveyard back. Yeah. You call yourselves wolves? Well, wolves get hunted. And tonight, Jermaine Johnson and Jordan Jacobs, What Wrestling Should Be, we are the hunters.
Yeah, we're the hunters. We're the hunters, and we got good aim. We never miss our target, and we are going to bury the KC Wolves in that graveyard tonight. And do you know why? It's because we're what wrestling should be. I say it's time to put some wolves down, baby, down.
Graveyard.
You got the shovels? Got the shovels. You ain't got no shovels.
Well, it appears that What Wrestling Should Be in the KC Wolves will also face off against each other later on tonight as a result of what happened during the opening of our show. But right now, I believe we're going to have the facilitator, Damon Windsor, coming to the ring to face Double D. Again, this match also an outgrowth of that opening.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Coming to the ring first, representing the future Hall of Famers, he is the facilitator, Damon Windsor!
Damon Windsor, one of the 4 competitors in the Impact Scramble match last week for the Impact Division Championship. Windsor, a former Impact Division champion, multi-time former tag team champion. Tonight it is one-on-one competition with the man that he took the Impact Division Championship from, and I cannot help but notice, conspicuous by her absence, one Lisa Gennaro. I guess Mr. Windsor will have to do his own disrobing today. Damon Windsor looking very confident. And I guess you have the backup of the future Hall of Famers, and you are any sort of individual that is willing to commit to 4-on-1 gangland-style beatdowns. Why not look confident? Momentarily, I think that when Double D steps through that curtain, the feelings, whether the expression changes on Mr. Windsor's face, which it very rarely does, the feelings inside of his chest are going to change because he knows exactly what it is that he is in for. He knows the individual that he has to change, that he has to challenge. Oh, and now Mr. Windsor, not having Lisa Jadero around, is going to force Nathaniel Maverick to hold the briefcase while he removes the extra material. And Double D doesn't want to wait.
And his opponent, he is the captain of the Force, Double D!
Double D, sickened by what it was he saw when he and What Wrestling Should Be finally were able to arrive here at the arena. Yes, they were late, but they were just in time to save Johnny Z from a potentially devastating injury at the hands of the future Hall of Famers in the middle of that ring. And Double D now looking to exact some revenge on the part of Johnny Z. I still have not received any type of an update as to the condition of Johnny Z from the back. I'm hoping someone will give me some sort of word indication. After thinking that he's been taken out to the hospital, he did not look 100%. I'll give you that. Double D looks 100% right now, though, as he faces right into the face, of Damon Windsor. Preparation for this one-on-one contest. Double D knows very well he's never going to be the biggest dog in the fight, but he's going to have the biggest heart of any competitor that steps foot in that ring. And the fans, the IZW world, the people that he calls his force, are always here with at his back. And immediately, Damon Windsor to the outside. And the chants of Chicken Windsor start to arise from the IZW world. Damon Windsor seemingly more preoccupied with expressing his discontent for the IZW world than with facing Double D. Double D holding open the ropes, inviting Damon Windsor to return into the ring and commence the match. D more than happy to open whichever side Damon Windsor is closest to. Damon Windsor will take his own time. Enter that ring when he is ready. Windsor asking D to back up, and as soon as D looks to move around, perhaps to get a little too close to Windsor, Windsor drops off again, forcing the referee to start the count all over. And D not willing to wait anymore. D over the top. D over with the plunge and down on Damon Windsor. And D says, if you're not going to step in the ring and start the match, I'll bring the match to you. D attempting to ram the head of Windsor into those steel steps, but Windsor briefly rakes the eyes. D recovers from that, though, rolls back in the ring and breaks the count. Notice this is not under Impact rules, which Double D has become so comfortable with under recent weeks being the Impact Division champion. This is, however, a standard set of rules, typical wrestling rules, countouts and disqualifications in play. And Double D has to be very, very aware of the referee and his count. Because while I'm sure that he may be a little more preoccupied with trying to exact revenge on Damon Windsor, this is still a match, and this very well may determine who the #1 contender to the Impact Division Championship is, as Windsor, with a well-placed kick, cuts off any momentum that D is able to muster, and now takes over from the the offensive side. Both D and Windsor looking to get to the impact chamber here. As D now being stepped on by Damon Windsor right across the neck and the back. These are the type of tactics that have become very, very normal and very, very effective inside the confines of the steel cage with the impact chamber. So now unleashing more punishment on D, finally throwing D back into the middle of the ring and rolling in himself. And a weakened Double D may now be easier pickings for the facilitator as a nicely placed boot rocks D back on his haunches, but does not put him completely down. D firing back with some kicks to the midsection, but isn't able to make too much of an effective move there as Windsor now picks up D, forces D to have the entire weight of his body positioned across the throat, and that was a little low. That was very borderline there. Referee Nathaniel Maverick making a judgment call. Again, both these individuals accustomed to being within the confines of impact rules for the better part of the last month or two. Those type of moves, not going to get them anywhere in a standard wrestling match. Windsor unleashing a right hand straight to the side of the head of Double D. D Irish whipped, picked up on D, catapulting Windsor into the corner. And D now looking to unleash those knees. Trademark repeated knees up in the corner. But before he had the chance to bring him out and put the final one, oh wow! D laid out by a sudden kick, and Windsor down quickly for the pin, and somehow D down for one. 2-1 counts. Windsor gonna have to do a lot more than that to keep Double D down. You know, when you think of the Impact Chamber, you think of the 10th anniversary show for IZW. And you think of the coming down to Johnny Z and Double D. Double D winning the IZW Championship in that chamber match that went almost an hour long. Actually, I think over an hour long. Damon Windsor, also a veteran of several Impact Chamber matches himself. It's the most dangerous match that IZW has to offer. The unforgiving steel cage surrounding the ring. And Damon Windsor looking to tenderize the meat on Double D's bones. As he drives him down with a sidewalk slam, and again, he gets up to 2 this time, but still not enough to keep D down for the full 3 count. Windsor now great finding the legs, going to apply more pressure to that back. Driving the knee in, tying up the legs, and now forcing the back to bend in a manner that it really is not supposed to do. He is a flexible individual, but there's only so far that natural flexibility in yoga will take you. Windsor again, continuing the punishment in the lower lumbar region. Damon Windsor confidently slowing this match down to a pace that he is very, very happy with, measuring the opponent, looking for the weak spot, driving those moves in, letting them resonate throughout the body of Double D as the pain shows across the face of the captain of the force. Windsor putting that knee right across the throat. He's got until a 5 count. He knows that. He uses that count to his advantage. And now Windsor with a grapevine, the leg scissors. This compresses the ribs, makes it more and more difficult to breathe. Those massive tree trunk legs choking all the ability of D to expand the lungs, and thus robbing him of the oxygen he needs in order to continue this match. And Windsor, in addition to grapevining the legs, now wrenching back on the chin, forcing the neck to bend at an angle that makes it difficult for any oxygen intake at all. Windsor essentially legally choking D out with those moves. D now willing. Oh! D somewhere coming up. The ability to end Seguri. D using those extra feet to get a couple of blows in, but before he can get anything really put together, Windsor turns him upside down and puts him down again. Now you got to think about Double D having competed last week in the 20-minute scramble match. The week before, he had 2 over-the-rope challenges, one against Aaron Neal, the other against Convict. D, as a fighting champion, put that Impact Division Championship on the line week after week. And that type of brutality has got to have caused some damage to his body. He never has time truly to recuperate. And while he's showing a great amount of effort right now, we got to wonder, is he going to be able to keep this up? Is D going to be able to continue to rebound off the ring? Oh! D overshot that. Windsor caught him and dropped him face first. And that very well may be all it's going to take as Windsor hooks the leg. And no! Still not enough to put D down for good. The resiliency of the former Triple Crown champion. One of a few rare breed in IZW have held all 3 championships available for the men. He knows what it's like to fight week after week. But as Damon Windsor continues to wear down Double D, he needs more and more support. Drawing on the energy provided to him by the force, and he's looking for opportunities like that. As an overconfident Damon Windsor makes a small error in timing, and a beautiful enziguri once again. As D has Windsor lodged in the corner. D bringing Windsor out. There's the knee he wasn't able to deliver earlier. D goes in for the pin. And 2.5 by Double D there. He says to the force, this is it. D now working his way around, looking for his opportunity as he tries to position Damon Windsor for the defacer. Windsor shrugs him off. D with kicks to the midsection, drives Windsor back. And before he can do anything, Windsor catches D and puts him down. And now both men struggling to get back to their feet, or at least into an offensive position. Double D not able to make that count, and wow, how close can you be? Still just a 2 count, but a long 2 count. As D at the last moment possible got that shoulder up, something he almost was able to do last week, almost taking advantage of that last moment possible, literally half a second away from capturing the Impact Division Championship, walking out with it as he walked in. And Windsor going for the choke slam. D floats over the top rope. D with the springboard off the top. D has Windsor staggered and down to his knees. And D asks the IZW world, should I go up top? This is where he's so comfortable. D looking for the high cross body, but Windsor had it scouted. Windsor knew. And Windsor met D with a big forearm. As Windsor looks to step one foot closer to facilitating another victory for himself as he goes again for the choke slam. D over the back. Schoolboys up Windsor. And not enough again to keep him all the way down. There's a blow off the side of the head of Windsor. And D looking one more time. Can he catch him properly this time with the high cross body? He's got him in his sight. High cross body. D keeps him down and picks up a victory.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, Double D!
Well, Double D with a hard-fought victory over Damon Windsor, gaining a bit of retribution for the attack on his friend Johnny Z earlier tonight. And Double D, with that performance, hopes to secure a position in the lockdown match, excuse me, the Impact Chamber match. Double D suffering the pain of the punishment he was put through by Damon Windsor. But nonetheless, it was the high cross body, a move that has brought him so many victories, both tonight, over this year, and for the entire career he's had here in IZW. Double D once again able to thank the members of the force for the opportunity to bring him to another victory tonight. Now Double D looks forward to December 26th. And meanwhile, Damon Windsor knows that he has not facilitated a victory for himself. And Damon Windsor going to have to go back and face the leader of the future Hall of Famers in Bad Brad Michaels. Fans, we're going to go take away for more commercial breaks. Stick with us.
Are you tired of the same old birthday party? Well, now's your chance to party with your favorite IZW superstar. See yourself on the big screen while you experience your own personalized entrance, customized cake, and bounce house of cake. Hop into the ring and go crazy. And then take the memories home on DVD and Blu-ray. Call 580-699-7IZW and party like an IZW superstar. I'm just going to see how we're going to be able to pay any of these bills.
I guess we could sell a wedding ring.
Still a little low to me, like a melted down into liquid rocket.
Super Mama, to the rescue.
When you need fast cash, don't be pressured to celebrate, bro. Bring it to Maverick Pound with a fast, friendly staff and give you a lower of your precious valuables so you don't lose them. So, right deals. It's Maverick Pound. 357-4911.
December 26th, Chaotic Christmas, the next huge iPay-per-view event. Fans, if you can't be here live at the Impact Arena, tune in on GFL.tv to see the action, and we know there's going to be a ton of action. The IZW Championship vacant as of tonight, and we know that there will be 10 men competing for that inside the Impact Chamber. The first two are Johnny Z and Bad Brad Michaels for 5 minutes. It's going to be 5 minutes of hell for those two men, as they are going to both be competing to put that IZW Championship around their waist. We still have to find out who the other 8 men are going to be in this match coming up, and we're going to obviously get more information about that over the coming weeks. That's not all the activity that happened at Halloween Hangover. We saw a 20-minute scramble match for the Impact Division Championship, as we just saw Double D and Damon Windsor in the previous match. Neither one of them able to secure a victory. Nathan Estrada also getting an opportunity in that particular match to walk out as the Impact Division Championship. You know, Nathan Estrada has, ever since he's entered in here, he's sworn he wants to take that Impact Division title, put a throw on it. In fact, last week he had an opportunity to win both the Impact Division Championship or the IZW Championship, being one of the 30 men to compete in the Monsters Bash Battle Royal. Wasn't able to actually secure the victory in either one of those particular situations, but Nathan Estrada still swearing he's going to bring style to IZW and wherever it is that he's able to fit in. And we're going to see him later on. In fact, I think we're going to see him perhaps right now. It looks like Nathan Estrada coming to the ring at this particular moment.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Spanish Fly, Nathan Estrada!
Well, Nathan Estrada on his way out to the ring. And, you know, ever since this young man entered here into IZW, he has been very critical of the appearance and of the haute couture of many of the members of the IZW world, as well as many of the members of the locker room. And as I said, Nathan Estrada last week competed for the Impact Division Championship in that 20-minute scramble. He was at one point the interim champion, but he was not able to walk out with the title in hand. And I guess he's now going to express some thoughts.
Ladies and gentlemen, here I am once again to bring some style back to all of you here in the Impact Arena. But from the looks of it, you people haven't been listening to a word I've said. And trust me, you should look in a mirror sometime. But that's enough about you people. You're unimportant. Let's talk about me. You see, I've been facing a lot of ridicule the past week for not delivering on my promise. My promise of putting an afro on top of the Impact Division Championship. But what you people fail to realize is it took 4 other men to put me out, one of whom wasn't even supposed to be in there. But despite all that, one fact remains the same, and we all know it, that I put on the best show of the night. So what are we going to do to fix this? What do we need to do to make things right for the Spanish Fly? I'll tell you what. Nathan Estrada needs to be in the Impact Chamber match. Nathan Estrada deserves to be in the Impact Chamber match because you see, not only do I have more style than any of you and anyone back there, but Nathan Estrada is bigger and badder than anybody else. And listen very closely, because Nathan Estrada is much, much, much sexier than anybody here.
Those are some rather pointed words there
from
Nathan Estrada. And, well, Mr. Estrada said bigger, badder, and sexier welcomed him back with open arms. And if anybody knows about style and the unique sense of appearance, it is one Angel Kamacho, who now looks to make his way into the ring. And he has a microphone with him. I think he's going to have some words with the upstart youngster here.
Go ahead, cut the music, cut the music. 1 second, kid, 1 second. You deserve to be in the Impact Chamber match, huh? Kid, you're still fresh. You're not ready for that, I promise you. You're not ready for that. No, you're not ready, I promise you. You'll go in there and you'll get hurt. Leave it for the big people, okay? Leave it for the adults. As a matter of fact, I belong in the the Impact Chamber. I do. Because this is the definition of a real man, someone that can handle himself. Now, the other issue I have with you is, you made a comment about being the baddest and the sexiest, correct? You guys agree with that? No. Obviously, you haven't read my name yet. You haven't, huh? It goes by big, bad, and sexy.
Oh, and Angel Kamacho leveling Nathan Estrada. Nathan Estrada getting it up close and personal with an individual here. And we have a referee out here, Mark Justice, making his way back out. He's calling for the ring, for the bell. I guess we're going to have a match here. Impromptu match between Nathan Estrada and Angel Kamacho. Angel Kamacho trying to educate the youngster as to exactly who he was, who he is. And Angel Kamacho brings a very impressive pedigree with him here to IZW. Two-time former Impact Division champion, former IZW Tag Team champion. He has accomplished quite a bit. And Nathan Estrada, very, very confident, perhaps overconfident, as he is looking at here at a mountain of a man. And he tells Kamacho, it's your funeral, as he charges in and ends up on his back. And he did not accomplish anything there except to put some damage on himself. And Kamacho inviting him to attempt one more time. And Estrada moves in, and Estrada bounces off. Oh, we're going to do it one more time. Kamacho allowing Nathan Estrada to have one last chance here to knock Kamacho off of his feet. Estrada going with a lot of momentum, goes for the crossbody and gets absolutely nowhere. But that's how you knock someone down, Mr. Estrada. And the entire weight of Angel Kamacho comes crashing down across the sternum of Nathan Estrada. Both of these men trying to impress people who are responsible for the decisions, people like Sean McHale, people like Mark Wilson, as Estrada caught with a high crossbody of sorts there by Angel Kamacho. As I was saying, both of these men vying for an opportunity to step into the Impact Chamber on December 26th. A victory here will be very, very influential in the decisions made to fill those other 8 spots that are still vacant. The only 2 people named for certain at this point are Johnny Z and Bad Brad Michaels. Nathan Estrada very, very frustrated that his game plan coming in here has not worked one single bit. Estrada now being picked up by that massive throw that he has, and Estrada rubbing that throw in the face of Kamacho before clipping a knee out from underneath him. And while I'm not particularly a fan of Mr. Estrada, he has come now with the most sensible game plan he could have. Take the support out from the gigantic mass. He cannot stand, he cannot move, and his entire weight is going to be much less effective. It's actually going to work as an opponent against him, as he will have to constantly worry about being in that prone pin position. Estrada now locking up that leg, yanking back on him, stretching the ACL, stretching the meniscus. Estrada very, very proud of himself as he drops both legs across the ample chest of one Angel Kamacho and moves in for the pin, but a powerful kick out by Kamacho, who is not done yet. And Estrada, as much as he has theoretically weakened Angel Kamacho, does not want to get into a slugfest with him. Kamacho is a brawler. Kamacho can't use that power. Estrada now off the rope. Estrada dives in with a throw butt. And Estrada moves in once again for the pin, this time getting two. But it took all the ability on his part to execute the press. He didn't have any opportunity to actually attempt to hook one of the legs, and honestly, one of Camacho's legs is almost as big as Nathan Estrada's entire body. Estrada now standing on the ankle of the leg that Estrada targeted earlier before coming off and delivering a foot to the face. And Estrada now hooks up the leg. There's a kick out by Kamacho, still only good enough for two. Estrada now mouthing off to the IZW world as Kamacho is able to finally hoist himself up with the assistance of the rope, but still cannot put too much pressure on that leg, on that ankle, as Estrada drives the throw into the midsection. Not certain, because it's almost impossible to search something like that, but you have to wonder that if Estrada is able to pull off damage with that throw, is there something in there? Oh! Estrada collides with the corner post, and Kamacho throws the entire weight of his body, and now goes down for the pin again, hooks the leg, and only good for two. And Kamacho, I think the beast has been awakened, as Kamacho now hoists Estrada up. And before he can do anything with him, Estrada over. But this is not a position Estrada wants to be in. Oh. Well, Kamacho showing mercy as he picks Estrada, literally throwing him like a sack of potatoes, and then dumping him face first. And Kamacho going upstairs. We saw him do this last week. It is a scary territory, and it's especially scary when you're underneath that top rope splash, and there's no getting up from that.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, Angel Kamacho.
Angel Kamacho with a decisive victory over Nathan Estrada. And you gotta think, with moves like that, Angel Kamacho must be considered a serious contender for the IZW Championship, and certainly a future pick to fill a slot at the Impact Chamber. Angel Kamacho have another day in the future. Fans, we are going to head to the back. I believe we have the KC Wolves standing by. Let's go get some comments from the former tag team champions.
I guess no one has to earn anything in IZW anymore. I guess when stipulations are set up, when rules are set in place, they can just be ignored. I guess earning a title shot, becoming an #1 contender, just doesn't mean anything anymore. At least not to people like Mark Wilson, people who have always abused their power. All wrestling should be lost to Nemesis. Plain and simple. They lost that #1 contenders match. But did that stop them from getting a title shot at Halloween Hangover? No, it should have, but it didn't. Because once again, Mark Wilson is abusing his power. And because what wrestling should be was put into that match, we are now without our IZW tag team titles because they were in a match they should not have been in. They cost us our IZW tag team titles, and it's not right.
See, when you're a future Hall of Famer, you don't make room, you don't make time for people that live in the past, and that's all Jermaine and Jordan do. All they talk about is how great what wrestling should be was. They talk about all they've done. But they only talk about that because they know deep down that the future is a very dark place for them. They know deep down that the future is right here for IZW's tag team division. And it's just a matter of time. See, I can tell you the future. The IZW tag team titles will come home, Nemesis. Make no mistake. But tonight, Jermaine, Jordan, we put you in the history books forever. It's the season for giving, and with Impact Dave's Christmas special, 2 lucky winners will each receive $500 in tattoo ring. From now until Christmas Eve, any tattoo will give you an entry, and any tattoo after that will give you another entry. The more entries you have, the more chances you have to win. The winners will be announced the evening of Christmas Eve. Walk into work. We'll call 699-7530 to set up an appointment. Take advantage of this year's Christmas special. What a gift you can wear forever. Impact Dave Tattoo Studio. Looking for the perfect gift at an unbeatable price? Look no further than Maverick Pond. 1 to 2 hour winter wonderland. You'll find great deals all over, like your iPad, Android, and Windows tablets. Or how about a laptop from HP, Dell, Asus, and more. TVs, headphones, Blu-rays, surround all around the store. Right now, when you purchase an Xbox 360 or PS3, you get a Game of Choice 3. Come on in and find a perfect user jewelry for this special day. How about that 25 years for Richard Dwarf, Step Up, or Milwaukee? Or just 20% down. Hey, we can be found that way. Or you just need some Christmas cash, we can hold it back too. Don't just come to Impact Dave to customize your skin. Now you can customize your t-shirt with competitive prices and high-quality graphic designs. We're your one-stop shop for wearing great. Whether it's for your school, office, athletic team, or just your personal attire, we can take anything you imagine and turn it into a shirt that makes an impact. And if you have an idea or need help with your design, we can do that too. Call 699-7530 or stop by 1008 Southwest 11th Street and just ask to talk to Candace. From skin sleeves to shirt sleeves. Wear your art, love your work. Impact
IZW World, December 26th. Circle the date on your calendar, as if we didn't have several things circled there already with the Christmas season arriving. But we're going to give you one more present to open, as somebody is going to walk out of the Impact Chamber, the brand new IZW champion. We already know 2 of those slots filled. Bad Brad Michaels, Johnny Z will be the first 2 in the Impact Chamber for 5 minutes of hell between the 2 of them. But we still got 8 people left to fill up slots for that 10-man Impact Chamber match. It's guaranteed, though, one of them will walk away the brand new IZW champion. Fans, it's been a tremendous show so far tonight. We saw a great match. Erica still the IZW queen. We saw Angel Kamacho and Nathan Estrada mix it up here as well, both of them vying for a chance at the Impact Chamber, as well as Double D and Damon Windsor also looking to secure spots in that Impact Chamber match. But coming up now, our main event for tonight, tag team competition. What Wrestling Should Be came in just a little bit late, but just on time to save Johnny Z from a potential devastating injury at the hands of the future Hall of Famers. And they have challenged the KC Wolves to a tag team match 2-on-2. That's going to be our main event tonight. If you have not seen the matches that these 2 teams have put on over the past couple of years, you're about to see some tremendous action as we now see the arrival of perhaps the greatest tag team to ever set foot through that curtain.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for 1 fall with a 20-minute time limit. Coming to the ring first, they are lights out, Jordan Jacob, and the leader of the hype section, Jermaine Johnson. What wrestling should be!
Jermaine Johnson and Jordan Jacobs making their way out here to the fans. 3-time IZW Tag Team Champions. And there are few teams in this company that have been more cohesive, have been more fluid together than these 2. When they are on their game, they are absolutely some of the best. And for the moment here, I'm going to step aside. Big DA, here comes it all just for you, man. Hype section in full effect for what wrestling should be. Jordan Jacobs on the top turnbuckle. Jermaine Johnson stepping between the ropes. They know exactly who's in front of them here tonight. They have revenge on their minds for their friend Johnny Z. And they certainly want to make it clear that they are the #1 contenders to the IZW Tag Team Championship, held now by Bobby Starr and Damian Morte, collectively known as Nemesis. It was Damian Morte who spit the red mist in the face of Jordan Jacobs and allowed him to be pinned for Morte and Starr to win the Tag Team Championship. But that's not so much the issue on the minds of these 2 tonight. They want revenge. They want to get the KC Wolves in their sights. And here come the former Tag Team Champions.
And their opponents, representing the future Hall of Famers, they're the team of Luke Langley and Graham Bell, the KC Wolves!
Dr. Luke Langley, and a man who I can comfortably say is quite possibly the worst person ever, Graham Bell, making their way down the ramp to enter into this fight. Fans, the entire year of 2013 and quite a bit of 2014, these 2 teams mixed it up here in Lawton, up in Oklahoma City, in as many places as they possibly could. They put on some of the best matches that were ever seen in a professional wrestling ring. But I have a feeling tonight it's not going to be about scientific competition. It's not going to be about one-upmanship. It's going to be about brutality. The Wolves certainly living up to their name in recent weeks. They have become pack animals, and they are violent and deadly. But what wrestling should be is certainly more familiar with them than any other team here in IZW at this moment. And this should be a very, very fitting main event as we begin the journey to Chaotic Christmas. Both of these teams looking to be the top team to challenge for that IZW Tag Team Championship. Of course, all four of these men also have to have in the back of their mind the idea that perhaps they could also earn slots in the Impact Chamber match. Jermaine Johnson, obviously a former Triple Crown champion himself. Jordan Jacobs, so close. On one occasion I was here, he had the belt in his possession. It looked like he was the new IZW champion, but that got overturned. Bell and Langley, strictly tag team competitors for the most part, although Bell is a former, well, he advanced to the finals of the Impact Player of the Year tournament last year. And both of these teams now preparing to do combat in this main event match. It will be Johnson and Langley starting things out. I think that's what Johnson wants. He wants Luke. He doesn't want Graham. There's the collar and elbow tie-up as Langley secures the side headlock. And I will say, I am somewhat shocked that this match is starting off as evenly as it is. So I was expecting perhaps some of the tactics that we saw in the Queen's Crown title match, blindside attack and the relentless aggression from Skyler Slice that helped her in that match pull out a victory, but certainly she sent a clear and decisive message to the IZW world that she is a threat. Once again, collar and elbow tie-up now back into the side headlock by Dr. Luke Langley. And I do apologize, fans, I still have not been able to find out any further information on exactly what his newfound doctorate is actually in. But it's not in shoulder blocks, as Jermaine Johnson puts one half of the KC Wolves down on the mat. And Langley slowly reassessing the situation. Going to settle for the collar and elbow tie-up as Langley goes for the kick to the midsection, tries to ram Johnson's head into the top turnbuckle, and that is going to be stopped. And Johnson introducing Langley to that top turnbuckle, and then bringing him out of the corner. There's the tag. Here comes Lights Out Jordan Jacobs, and a nice double team powerbomb right into a pinning predicament. Johnson a little bit in the way there, as Nathaniel Maverick has to wait for Johnson to get out of the ring before he can go down and make the pin. I have a feeling, though, that while that was a nice, effective move, it probably would not have been enough to keep the former tag team champions down for the 3 count. A couple of swings and misses there by Langley, and Jacobs takes Langley over, puts him in the corner. And he calls for the IZW World to count down as he goes for the charge into the corner, the double knees right into the face of Langley. And Langley, again, this is the experienced edge that both of these teams have. They're very unlikely to keep each other, catch each other off guard. Langley knew exactly what was charging towards him in that particular situation. He bailed to the outside to avoid that collision. Very slowly to enter back in, and now makes the tag. Here comes Graham Bell. His first legal opportunity in the ring. And Bell immediately off to work here. Catching Jordan with a couple of forearm uppercuts, ramming his head into that top turnbuckle, and immediately Jordan finds himself in enemy territory. Does not want to be on that side of the ring. Jordan very quickly forcing Graham back into his own corner, or to Jordan's corner, I should say. And now what wrestling should be, makes the tag, Jermaine Johnson coming in. Some nicely placed knees into the midsection for Graham. And a quick tag. Back here comes Jordan. That is the sign of a very cohesive and effective tag team. No! Besides the double team moves, also the quick tags in and out, keeping that fresh man in the ring. But again, Jacobs straying into enemy territory. And now Langley back on the attack. So he has Jacobs in the neutral corner. Irish whip corner to corner there by Langley. But Jacobs rolls out and Langley connects with nothing but the turnbuckles. Jacobs with a flurry of kicks there. And drives the knee down. And goes in for the pin. 2 count out of it. And again, Jacobs trying to secure that front chancery. But Langley using that upper body strength to force Jacobs back into the corner, makes the tag. And both men do some damage on Jacobs before Bell drags him out, but immediately Jacobs with the jaw jaker quickly back into his own corner. Back and forth this tag team match goes. It's again, either of these nice double team maneuver there. That's what One Wrestling should be, has been able to pull off, I think, better so far in this match than the Wolves, is that tag team unity. But not, Johnson ready to show his power and his strength. Can he keep Mel upright for this whole situation? As here we go, the delayed stalling suplex by Jermaine Johnson. He's got Bell upside down. Jordan counting, we're up to 7. 8, 9, down by 10. All the blood rushing to Graham Bell's empty head. And still only good enough for 2. And immediately Johnson makes the tag, brings in Jordan Jacobs for the fresh man. Again, that tag team cohesiveness working very, very well in the favor of what wrestling should be. Johnson charging, Jordan charging in. Both knees colliding with the chest. And Jordan once again senses the opportunity. As the IZW World Countdown goes to charge in, but Langley in. Langley with the airplane spin. Johnson. But Johnson now being shoved back by Nathaniel Maverick. And Graham Bell catches him off guard. Only good again for 2. There's the tag. And now the Wolves double teaming on Jacobs. And it seems that Jordan Jacobs more prone to being drawn into that corner. And again, Jermaine Johnson not doing his tag team partner very many favors by drawing him out like that. Another tag. And the Wolves now a hit from both sides, a blitz of motion. And Jacobs again able to slide out the back door. But the damage slowly but surely being done to Jordan Jacobs, who has certainly suffered his share of injuries over the course of his career. Ankles, hips, shoulders, all of these things have got to be prime targets for the KC Wolves, as it is well documented the number of severe career-threatening injuries that Jordan Jacobs has had to endure. Bell now grabs Jordan and once again puts him in the corner, cutting that ring in half. Trapping him where he does not want to be, far away from his partner, as Jermaine Johnson can only look on and try to encourage Jacobs to somehow fight out of that corner and make it all the way across the ring. Sometimes it's hard for me to get simple words out of the mouth. And now the Wolves doing what wrestling should be, did so well at the beginning of this match. Quick tags, putting a fresh man in, not allowing Jacobs to really have an opportunity to key in on who it is that he's attacking, being attacked by, and keeping him completely on the defensive and off guard as Jacobs tries to make tries to force his way out, but Langley picks up and drops Jacobs right across the back. Somehow, perhaps with the encouragement of the IZW world, what wrestling should be, and Jordan Jacobs specifically, are still in this match. As Langley now cinches in with this rear chin lock, driving that knee into the spine of Jordan Jacobs. Jacobs able to make his way now up to a vertical base, but Langley yanks him back down.
You'd be nice to me, I could be any one of your dads.
Graham Bell busy verbally berating the tag team, or the IZW world. And Langley having to get his attention, but it is now Graham Bell in the ring, as I believe he raked the eyes there. Jacobs getting very, very close to his own corner. Now a back rake. I know he learned that from Mad Brad Michaels. Michaels has that move copyrighted. And look at him just dig right in. I said earlier, he's becoming the worst person ever, and that right there, I mean, a back rake itself is painful enough, but to slowly dig into the flesh and scrape up as much as you possibly can across the back, leaving those trenches in the back from the fingernails of the wolves. Bell now positioning Jordan across the top rope, putting both of those legs off or across the side, and now perhaps looking to pick off a suplex. Bell trying to position himself on the top to get the most leverage possible, but Jordan able to knock Bell off. Jordan, all the way from the top, puts Bell down. And Jermaine Johnson is desperately trying to get his friend and his tag team partner somehow to find the energy to get across the ring. Bell with the tag, and before Jordan can make it there, Langley in, Langley kicked away, and there's the tag. Here comes Johnson. Johnson, a house of fire. Johnson taking on both the KC Wolves by himself. Reverse atomic drop by Bell, or for Bell. And now, the effect for Langley. Jordan in for the pin, but not enough for 3. And now Jordan, Jermaine, one of these days I'll get the name straight. Jermaine waiting, Jermaine going perhaps for the Jermaine suplex. And the Wolves catch Jermaine. The Wolves now with the pin, and Jordan with the save. Now we got all 4 men in the ring at the same time. Referee is slowly losing control of this match.
You can't change the future!
The Wolves looking to put some heads together, but it's their own heads that are set up. And the hate crime killer. What wrestling should be goes for the pin. Brad Michaels in. Interference by the future Hall of Famers. Referee calling for the disqualification. So it looks like we're going to have a situation at the end of the show, much like the beginning of the show, as all 4 members of the future Hall of Famers are in. And they are laying a beating now on what wrestling should be. Johnny Z and Double D and Mark Wilson out to the ring. Well, that didn't take too long. Johnny Z and Double D and Co-Commissioner Mark Wilson quickly to the rescue of what wrestling should be. As the future Hall of Famers have gathered to the outside.
What did I just hear? Eight-man tag! That sounds like a great idea! Let's do it, boys! Eight-man tag!
Commissioner Shaw, Mark Wilson, calling for an eight-man tag. But,
hey, that's cool! That's cool, Daddy! Woo! That's cool! Go on, you've all been paid. Just go on to the hotel. Go on out of here. But, Brad, if you do not participate in this eight-man tag, your shot at the IZW Championship inside the Impact Chamber will be forfeited, Daddy! So, referee, ring the bell! If you're counted out, you lose it!
Brad Michaels, I think he's co-commissioner. I think he can do whatever he wants to do. Don't yell at me. Don't deal with the things out there. Don't you have one? I've got no authority here. I'm just here to call the action. And there's going to be some action if you're not careful, one way or the other. Referee up to 8. If Michaels doesn't get in there and compete by the count of 10, he forfeits his shot at the Impact Chamber. Well, all four men from the future Hall of Famers have now paired off against the opposing team. We have a complete Donnybrook here, as all 8 men are literally beating the stuffing out of each other. At least that's the way Gorilla Monsoon would have put it. Langley dumped to the outside. The other 3 all being immobilized. It seems to me that Johnny Z has something in mind here for all these people. Are we going to see a bit of a meeting of the minds? Now we see Bell and Windsor collide. Now we see Michaels and Langley collide with Windsor. The future Hall of Famers are not looking so good. And down goes Michaels. And standing tall in the ring, what wrestling should be, Double D and Johnny Z. Future Hall of Famers on the outside having a desperate meeting to try and figure out what they can possibly do, as they are now forced to compete in this match. If they choose not to compete, Bad Brad Michaels forfeits his opportunity in the Impact Chamber, and Michaels now stepping in the ring to face the man that he will face in the opening of the Impact Chamber for 5 minutes of hell. And it's going to be, that's why I call it 5 minutes of hell, because that's what Johnny Z wants to do for the entire 5 minutes, to open up the Impact Chamber, beat the snot out of one Bad Brad Michaels. Johnson now tagged in. Jermaine Johnson, the man that Bad Brad Michaels initially defeated for the IZW Championship by cashing in the opportunity he won by becoming the 2015 Impact Player of the Year. Johnson just taking a temporary substitution for one Johnny Z, as he knows Johnny Z wants to do as much damage as he possibly can to Bad Brad Michaels, as Michaels looked like he was going to be catapulted into his own corner, and then Z turns the tables, now tagging in Johnson once again. And Johnson unleashing the fists to the forehead, back and forth. A full 10. Here comes Jordan Jacobs. Jacobs going to mount out and continue the punishment of his own. 10 from Jacobs. Tag to D me, I have a sneaking suspicion what we're going to see right here. Oh, I was wrong. It's going to be with the knees. That's 9. We all know how number 10 is delivered. Just like that. And D makes the tag to C. Johnny C now dragging Mad Brad Michaels over into a corner. And John up and going to unleash the power of the natural born leader as well. And Graham Bell over there to try and get Brad Michaels some sort of reprieve, but it didn't really work. No! Oh, so close. I'm not completely convinced that Brad Michaels consciously kicked out of that. I'm not completely convinced that Brad Michaels knows where he is right now. And Graham Bell and Damon Windsor, referee, having to desperately try to keep the future Hall of Famers outside of the ring. Meanwhile, the natural born leaders in the hype section pulling off a nice double suplex, and C down with the pin, the facilitator in to save his boss. Now a measured bit of violence there from Double D. But only good enough to pick up 2 as Double D almost mockingly holding out the hand, trying to give the other members of the future Hall of Famers an opportunity to tag in. But it has been all bad for Bad Brad as the fists continue to rain down on the forehead of the former IZW champion. D now down with the pin, the lateral press. Not enough to keep him down for good. But I think that's fine with D, as he's more than happy to continue to unleash punishment on the leader of the future Hall of Famers. D now looking to charge in. Oh! Somehow Michael's able to get out of that corner, makes the tag to Bell. And Graham Bell, fresh and rested, immediately goes to work on Double D. D now trying to fight his way out of enemy territory, something that obviously should be detrimental. Jordan Jacobs specifically was finding himself having to do earlier in this match, or in this night. This is a completely separate match, obviously. And the Wolves, once again, working very nicely together. A precision drop kick to the upper back puts Double D down. Now Damon Windsor, the largest competitor on either team, begins to unleash punishment of his own. Windsor forcing Dean back into the corner as Graham Bell keeps the referee distracted. Now Johnny C trying to go in for the rescue on Double D. And again, all the members of Double D's team entering into the ring. The referee has no choice here but to force them out of the ring. And while doing that, the future Hall of Famers, as a collective unit, are able to do exactly what they do the best. Use the numbers advantage and continue to unleash punishment on Double D, but D able to make D with the tag. Johnny Z in. C reversed. C off, big boot. And Windsor goes down. Graham Bell in. And Graham Bell perhaps going to receive some punishment as well. High elevation for Bell. Down goes Langley. Michael's the only one left. Johnny Z is taking on. I was about to say Johnny Z was taking on all the members of the future Hall of Famers by himself. But just like he found earlier tonight, that's not a good deal. It's not a good plan. now he wants to see nothing less than the utter destruction and elimination of. As he tags in the new leader in his life, Bad Brad Michaels. Michaels with a running elbow drop. And all of this has still been unable to keep any of these 8 men down. Michaels measuring seed. As Nathaniel Maverick says, don't do it. Michaels, that flat of that boot, barely in legal territory. Michaels now exacting a measure of revenge for what he was put through earlier in this match. As Michaels continues to work over the natural born leader. Tag now. And in comes Graham Bell. Bell dropping those elbows and forearms across the chest of Johnny Z. Bell out with the pin, and these close calls, they get ever so closer. There's going to come a point where somebody is not going to be able to kick out. Johnny Z trying to fight up from this rear chin lock, but even if he is able to get to his feet, he has got a long way to go. Pushes Bell off. Can he make it all the way across here? A quick tag there. And Luke Langley in. And Luke Langley baiting in Johnny Z's teammates. They don't fall for it, thankfully. The IZW World attempting to motivate their natural born leader. There's a jack of the jaw by Johnny Z on Luke Langley, and once again Z looking to find a way out of the corner. While he dealt with the members of the future Hall of Famers on the outside, he could not handle the one left on the inside. And again, while the referee is distracted with wolves, drawing blood, and Jermaine Johnson has had enough. He can't put up with it. I don't know how one man is supposed to keep control of all this action, all these personalities. The end result, though, is still that Johnny Z is no closer to getting to his corner and finding some sense of relief by making a tag to one of his partners. As Damon Windsor looks down upon him and the other future Hall of Famers look on, Johnny Z can only try to continue and get out of the corner. He's made his way halfway across the ring now. As he continues to unleash some punishment on Damon Windsor. He can find a way around the massive member of the future Hall of Famers. He can make the pin, make the tag, but no way. Windsor caught him, and this very well may be it right here. No! Windsor waiting for Z to get up so he can apply the hold. Johnny Z about to go on a ride he does not want to take. Johnny Z out! Johnny Z Jordan underneath Langley. Jordan off the ropes, and down goes Langley as well. Jordan effectively handling all the members of the future Hall of Famers. He's put down both the KC Wolves. Only one member left. All four of them down at the hands or the leg of Jordan Jacobs. And again, the match is broken down here. All 8 men in the ring or to the immediate outside of the ring. And it appears that right now Graham Bell is the only one left inside the ring, and he's in a corner he doesn't want to be in. Johnny Z off the ropes. Graham Bell meets the boot. Bell down with the hate crime killer. And it looks like Luke Langley's going to get one as well. And what wrestling should be, go for the pin on both the KC Wolves. And that is it.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, Johnny Z, Double D, and what wrestling should be.
Well, amazing 8-man tag ends with a victory by the team of Johnny Z, Double D, and what wrestling should be. But Johnny Z knows now that he will have the opportunity to enact more damage and more pain to what Bad Brad Michaels at the Impact Chamber on December 26th. What wrestling should be hopes that they have sent a clear message that they should be the #1 contenders to the IZW Tag Team Championships. And Double D would certainly love to be in the Impact Chamber, or perhaps would be happy. Oh, hold on. DA bonus material. The hype section celebrating with all the members here, fans. We thank you for tuning in this week. Until next time, this is CM Burnham saying so long from the Sooner State.
Everybody on three. On three. Come in here. 1, 2, 3. Happy Thanksgiving!